Still waiting for them to leave, so I'll be in and out just for a minute. Typical the first day I'd schedule something at lunchtime and they're late. But anyway, yeah, so hope everyone's doing all right. So I am around. I'm here. It's just I know they're going to say goodbye, so I'll see them out on that and come back up. That's it. Got my old lunch ready. Yeah. Some quavers. My bar. And a coffee. Hope everyone's doing all right. I see we've got a few people in the chat. New Scales Corner and Thomas Window Beer Reviews. Good morning and good afternoon to both of you. So, yeah, quite nice out there today. Well, warmer than it's been. We've had a lot of rain the last few days and all that sort of carry on. Thunderstorm. We had a nice thunderstorm one day. I've got a bit of video of that. Only a little bit. But so, yeah. I'm not drinking, not now. God, I've got to go and pick my daughter up at 3. So, funky Uncle John. You can drink beer. This is just a little kind of a chat, catch up, and eat some food. And hope your week's been going all right. Kind of deal for an hour or so. So, what I've got going on, what I've got coming up, that sort of thing. I'm just listening out for them to be going. Just done my mum lunch and all that sort of thing. So yeah. How you doing, Jack man? You all right, mate? Hope you had a good weekend down south. Looked like it was all right. So yeah. It kind of says lunch, so there you go. It's more of a chat. I posted beer review today. Friday nights are normally my have a few jars kind of thing. No, not a beer review. It's lunch and chat, really. Coffee, that kind of deal. As I say, I've got to go and pick my daughter up. Well, if you need a sleep, go for it. But yeah, all good here. Much needed break. Nice to be by the water again. Okay. Yeah, I went out yesterday. Took my daughter down to local nature reserve that I used to go all of the time. Used to be my second home. Up until about 9 years ago. So yeah, but so that was pretty good. She enjoyed it. It was quite weird being back down there. It's kind of changed. It's really kind of grown up quite a bit. You know, bushes and trees and stuff. Bloody hell. Actually noticing it. It's crazy. Okay, see you later. Well, yeah. Hope everyone's having a good week. I'm actually quite hungry, so. Still got some things to post and untap from the other day, and all that sort of thing. I'll do that a bit later. I didn't expect them to be here for so long. But they'll be gone in a minute. So yeah, that's it really. What's going on with everyone? What are you doing? Are you having your breakfast, your coffee, or whatever? Or are you having your lunch? You're in the lunch hour. Are you sobering up? I know that I'm gonna have to go in a minute, just for like 30 seconds. It's just like, oh, if I go like that, then I'll just mute it and I'll come back in a minute to see him out. What's that noise? Weird. So, oh come on, hurry up. Things to talk about. I don't want to go into it now, halfway through, kind of thing. So, that's right. I'll have to make another coffee as well. So yeah. Jackman says, work lunch out. I'm still recovering from 3 days. Three I can handle. Well, I can handle 3 days on the beer, but I know what it's like when you're with a load of lads, you know, kind of main lager mates and stuff, and it's like, can't do that shit anymore. 3 days. Oh, it's bad enough with the craft beer. Never mind lager. Oh, gassed out. Wouldn't be able to do it. I just want. I'd struggle because then you go out all day, all night, and then I remember them sort of thing. Then you want to go clubbing and you're on holiday, so better. All I want to do is go back to the hotel and snore. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't be able to do it. It's like, nah. Well, why didn't you come out last night? I was. I was out all day. Yeah, not my kind of thing anymore. I had mates trying to get me to go to Butlins all the time. It's like, I've been once. Can't be doing that anymore. Can't be doing that anymore, my lad. Too old. Just get tired too quick. Don't want to drink 15 pints of lager. And you think to yourself that it'd be good time to a degree, but then you think the amount of money that I've spent doing that, something I'm not really that fussed about, and then that could have gone towards a few beers, like decent beers, or down the road to the local some good beers, or a beer festival, or my daughter, of course, which I always she's got her own money I put aside for that. So. You got them onto craft beers at the Powder Monkey. Nice view of battleships in the harbour. Okay. Where'd you go? Portsmouth then, or something? I don't even know where you went. I know you went down that way. Trying to think anywhere with battleships. I don't know. Portsmouth. Can't believe they're still there. So I will be leaving for 30 seconds in a minute. Gosport. Okay. Yeah, I thought Gosport was in South Wales. Right. Right, they're gone. So I can now have a chat properly and not be worrying about when they're going to say bye. I can take that banner off now as well. So there we go. Yeah, well, will be, won't it? Yeah. It's 1:20 over here, so I was slightly late, but it is what it is. Hope you're doing well, Joey, mate. Just over from Portsmouth. Yeah, I recommend nice people, quiet, and some lovely view. Yeah, I watched some of the. They got webcams of the harbour and stuff like that. have a look at, seeing what sort of things are coming in. Sometimes they get some scheduled stuff coming, like military ships, or even some of these massive freighters that come in. Watch that, or if there's a thunderstorm down there like there was the other night, then I'll scout around some of the cameras and stuff, and it's pretty good show the other night for the old thunderstorms on the old camera, so that's pretty good. I used to go down Portsmouth quite a lot, back in like the 90s, early 2000s sort of time. Used to have a P&O ferry. You used to be able to go on like a 3-day mini cruise down to Bilbao, northern Spain, and across the Bay of Biscay, and then back for 3 days. Three full days, maybe 3.5 days. Used to do that for like 60 odd quid. It's like a ridiculous price. So I used to do that quite a lot, mainly for dolphin and whale watching over the Bay of Biscay. There's a whole kind of like viewing platform on top of the ship itself, on the bridge, and then just down from the bridge as well. And actually, in certain areas where these things hang out, they actually slow the boat down, which look like it's like massive P&O kind of. It's not there anymore, unfortunately. But back in the day when P&O were popular. How you doing, Sam? How you doing, mate? Hope you're keeping well. I've seen some of your beers that you got. What do you think of Putty? I didn't read your write up. I'm assuming it was still pretty decent. I know Jagman just above you on the chat there. He had his about what 3 weeks ago, was it? Something like that. I don't know. I know he had it a while. It'd be quite interesting to see if it held up, or whether there was like chill chain with these sort of things getting to you and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm gonna have a bite to eat. So one I made yesterday. I made 2 yesterday, and then he only wanted 1. So it's like a cheese and ham roll with French mustard and on the ham side, and then mayonnaise on the cheese side. So nothing fancy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I had a bit of a kind of in and out start because I had nurses here sorting my mum out, sort of thing. It's by caring day as well, Thursday. So my dad's at golf. So there's a few days in the week I'm doing this, and it's like, so I sorted her lunch out. The nurses come in, they were a bit late. Obviously, it knocks on from wherever they were last and all that sort of thing. So I've got a few hours now where I can just, before I go and pick little up from school. So yeah, so it's a good time for you, Sam. Yeah, it's random when I do. Well, it's a bit less random to actually scheduled it, of course, and then they ended up being late, and always the way. So yeah, if it suits you, yeah, I'll try and do perhaps one a week. Thursday seemed to be a good day. Obviously, next week's half term, so I won't be around, and it's my daughter's birthday next Saturday, so I'm not going to be around next week. But yeah, I ate too many English breakfasts and barbecue when I was away. Says Jack Michael. Well, kind of lad food, isn't it? Really. So Adam's just jumping in for a couple of minutes. Been listening while driving back from my lunch. Yeah, not too bad, Adam, mate. Hope you're all right. So get through these comments. Yeah. So sorry you're in the office today. It's just one of them kind of deals. So Sam says, yeah, Putty held up really well. The distribution company dealing with the UK stuff had been really good lately. Air freighted, cold stored, etc. Hopefully the Cloudwater and Tracker are great too. There will be. If that's still all right, then the rest. I don't know how old some of the Cloudwater and Track beers are, if they're on the same kind of age level as Putty, and you're looking at getting on for 6 months, 5 months in the can. But even that, if the Putty's fine, then the rest will be fine. They're all going to be air refrigerated, cold stored, etc. And who they are as well. So, Adam's drinking unfermented cider, apple juice. I'm drinking coffee with a roll, a ham and cheese roll with French mustard and mayonnaise. It works. And then I'm going to have some of them, cheese curls, and a caramel crunch. So there you go. It's all going on here. So yesterday was kind of not non-beer again. Took my daughter to Pegwell Bay, just down the road. There's been a few kind of rare things down there recently. There's been a thing called a Caspian tern down there, which is certainly quite rare for Kent and fairly rare for the UK. But I remember I saw one down there in 1996, 97 sort of time, a long time ago. That I used to be really into up until about 8 years ago, and then I had Little and stuff, etc., and then started doing this. But so I've still got all the gear. But I went down there. She took her down. It's the first time she's been down there. She really enjoyed it. And we saw a couple of things, two kind of rarish things. Not the main thing. I want to see that tern, and it's still around today. But I can't get down there today, so it's like it is what it is. But she really enjoyed it, so that's good. Many pork pies as well. Nice. It's all right. So obviously it depends on what shift I'm on. I just happen to be on Arvos this week, afternoons. Off to another beer festival in 2 days. You can't wait. Cool beans. Jacob and Sam saying pleasantries to each other, which is cool. So yeah, that was yesterday. That was really cool. Didn't really meet any of the kind of the birding community. I walked past a few. I had my hat on, my big coat on, because the weather was a bit yesterday. I had my telescope over my shoulder, my rucksack. I had my bins, big coat. She was all wrapped up, and it was just like, I mean, I probably look different from when I was last doing the old birding and stuff. I've got a beard now, wearing a hat. I'm wearing some sunglasses sometimes. I kind of escaped a bit of it. I kept out of the way. There's quite a few people down there for this bird. So yeah. So that was yesterday. That was really cool. It was the first time I've probably been down there for about 8 years, even though it's like 3 miles away. So that was cool. Then later on today, I'm going to a tap take. This is beer now. Tap takeover, pressure drop, tap takeover and tasting down at my local, the Ravensgate Arms. So if you do watch this and you're kind of like now or the next few hours, then go and check. The beers will be on from about 5:30 or 5, something like that, for the evening. So pressure drop, yeah, up there with one of the best. Certainly for hazy beers in the UK. So that's going to be good. So that's tonight, and then probably have a few jars after. One or two people down there and all that sort of thing. Always end up trying to get out at about 9:30 and just about to go, finish my drink, and then someone goes, boom, here's another drink. Thanks. And then it's just the way it is. Maybe I should crack some track now. If you fancy it, man, let us know what it is and how it is. Yeah. Normally date their stuff as well. They are very good track. I mean, they're up there with Pressure Drop, Cloudwater, Verdant, Daya. Kind of, that kind of on that end of things. And then there's a few new breweries now, Asvex and Sure Shot. There's 2 other breweries that are much newer, but yeah, brewers from two of the breweries before I just mentioned. Oh, Neon Raptor is Asvex, and Cloudwater's Shore Shop. So former head brewers there. Don't know the distro of those though. Whether you'll get them in out there or not, I don't know. They've not been going long, so it should be good, man. Yeah, it should be all right. There was going to be on Tuesday, just gone. There was going to be a bottle share. I'm like, I can't do like locally. I can't do. I don't want to go out 2 nights in the week. It's not fair on Littleton. So one, I can do this, which is once a month. By the sounds of it, it's going to be after the Tuesday after the Jubilee weekend when the Littleton's back at school and stuff. Then I will do the bottle share then, which works out really well for me. So yeah, that's kind of like tonight. So kind of a monthly thing. Normally the last Thursday of the month, and then tomorrow. How you doing, James? You all right? Hope you're keeping well. Tomorrow I'm going down, and it might turn into a vlog. But I'm going down to Time and Tide Brewing tomorrow late morning for the afternoon. So hopefully, I'm not going to be too shit-faced tonight. Well, I won't be, but I'll be merry. But that'd be about it. 'Cause obviously, school run and that in the morning, which is Littleton's last day. It's a non-uniform day as well, because they're doing like a Jubilee sort of lunch thing. You've got the mayor going and all this sort of carry on, whatever. And then weekend doing bits and bats with her, with some of her friends. Then Monday going up to London for a week. So it's a little birthday following Saturday. So anyway, let me just catch up with these comments. I see there's a few bits and bats coming on here. Good evening, Steve. How you doing, mate? People saying hello to each other, which is good. Backwards and forwards, nice. Oh yeah, that's Sonoma is one of their core range. Hear It Again, Sea of Stars, Cloudwater are 3 birthday beers, a double, a triple, and an Impy Stout. The stout would be amazing if it's one of the ones that I think it is series. They're pretty. I had a little try of one of those when I was with Jake when we went to Bermondsey. That picked up. I had a little taste. Loads of people saying hello to each other, and you've got Paul, PA Bruno. So do check out all these other channels as well while you're here. I appreciate you joining. All right, it might be a breakfast time or whatever. That's it. Loads of people saying hi to each other, which is nice. I'd take a sixer of the Impy. Yeah, I knew you would. Not at them prices though, you wouldn't. You're in the region of about $13, $14 a can. Kind of equivalent, I would imagine. But you probably would. But yeah, that's. I mean, they're very good. They're normally like 12, 13% kind of deals. Session ales for you, Paul. But yeah, then there's a price point. It's like, nah, Jesus, that's just too much. So yeah, people saying hello to each other. I won't be going through all that, but yeah. So go with the track Sonoma. I'm doing a Peter. Sonoma. Which is a nice pale. It's probably one of the better pales in the country. Core range beers, Sam. So, or a good beer to start off with, at least. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're about £10 ish a can over here. So you factor in exchange rates and well, I don't know exactly what it is, $12, $13, that kind of ballpark. There's a lot of money. Can't wait for next Saturday. Looking forward to it. Should be just pace yourself. I mean, you're not going to get massive pours. You won't be. You don't drink pints. You won't be pints. Just letting you know. it'll be like thirds, or I don't know what. It might even be free. It might be 150 ml tasting beers, that sort of. So there's my thumb. So I've got big thumbs. Do you know what I mean? So that much. That's a London Craft Beer Festival glass, by the way. That's what most of the pours are. They're not pints, so don't think you're going to go. That's why it's great for having a try of a big ABV beer, an Imperial Stout, and you can get to try. Oh, that's really good. Or because you bought because it's an all-in ticket festival, you can think, oh, I'm not sure about it. You can throw it away. I don't. It's a weird kind of thing to get into your head. Why am I throwing beer away? But if you don't like it, get rid of it. You already paid for it. And then try something else, styles of beer. But there's some great breweries at that. I mean, if there's tickets still available next Thursday for the Thursday afternoon session, I might go. I'm just looking at money and see where my money's at. If there's tickets available, you never know. But if not, but yeah, you can have a good time. Just be careful with the strength of the stuff. I actually thought of you when I grabbed it. I remember you having it numerous times on stream, saying they should call it Drink It Again. Okay, that's near £10. Is it? Not that much, surely. It could be. I mean, you don't get them over there though, Paul, do you? So Jagman remembers. You definitely got to pace yourself food, that kind of thing. But it's small pours though, so I wouldn't worry too much. But if you feel yourself getting a bit, have something to eat, and you'll be fine. Yeah, it's a good beer. It's a core range beer. You can get it on cask over here as well. It's I've had it a few times on cask. Once in Manchester and once somewhere else. So they do get it on cask now and again. Basically, it's shots of beer, as many as you, even fast as you can. You're drinking. If you're going for MP stouts or stuff, you soon get, even on that small pause, you're still going to get pretty ragged. It is a nice pale, isn't it, Jagman? It's up there with like Steady Rolling Man. I think I put like a Rise from Burning Sky into that kind of pot of classic kind of pales. They're probably three of the best pales in the country, I'd say. There might be another. There's probably one or two others. Like Faith from Northern Monk is probably around that sort of ballpark. There's a handful, half a dozen or so pales that are just like core range beers, banging. I don't know what I'm doing with that, Steve, yet. At the moment, I'm juggling my money at the moment and just seeing where I'm at with things. But I do want to go, so it's just a case of, because last time I went last year, it was really good. I've done the whole festival and I stayed just up the road. Even though my daughter's like in South London, sparrows chirping away, having a fight. It was just a walk up the road, 10 minutes. I was back at my digs and stuff. So of course, last year was a bit weird with how COVID and stuff was working. He coughs as I said that. The ragged edge. Jagman lives on the edge at times. I've heard he likes a beer. He likes a beer. Sometimes, indeed, sometimes. Yeah, it's all right. I kind of try to live on the edge, but then I'm kind of slightly held back. It's like, I don't want to be. Sometimes you get into that taste mode, don't you? You know. But And I've had it a few times the last few weeks. And just I'll have a couple, and then you're hooked in, and geez, 7 or 8 beers later. Right. So yeah, tomorrow going to be going to Time and Tide Brewing, so that's going to be good. It's a bit of a pig to get to. I looked at it on the map. It's like there's not really anywhere to. I can get a bus to within about a mile, but then it's a bit of a dangerous walk from that bus stop to where the place is. It's along a busy road with no just verges and stuff. It's like, and they're very kindly going to pick me up from the train station, which is how nice is that? It's only like a mile and a half, 2 miles away, but I will pick you up. What time are you going to get? That's about 11:30. It takes me like 15, 20 minutes to get there. And they're going to pick me up from the station and take me to the brewery. It's like, cool. So that's really nice of them. And of course, it just happened to be that I posted a few videos this week. And it was kind of like scheduled. And it's just the way it kind of panned out. They've got new beer out as well. So I will try and pick up a can of that. So, good afternoon, morning. Muscal, how are you doing? Raggies, yeah, good afternoon, all just having a coffee, same as that. So in my nice yellow mug. So yeah, hope you're keeping well. I know you've got a live, haven't you? Is it your anniversary stream on Saturday? 3 till 9. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You might be shit faced, but you'll be fine. Yeah, I reckon watch it from about 6 o'clock onwards. You've obviously been given the green light for that one as well, so which is good. I'll be able to meet David Wilson. Should be fun. David Wilson. Don't know who that is. Do I know who he is? Don't know. Yeah, I know it's crazy, Jack Man, and getting picked up. It's like cool. They've been wanting me to go down there for ages, like literally years. So, Steve saying hi to Raggy. Good afternoon, Raggy. How you doing, Raggy? Yeah, 3 p.m. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Raggy's all good, saying to everyone. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. I'm obviously Dave. I might know the face. It's kind of one of them sort of things. There's a lot of people there. It's just getting a little bit not confusing, but it's just like I couldn't take it all in, sort of thing. Not enough time to have a chat to everyone, And I was trying to do my own thing as well, just on my own, just having a walk around and stuff like that. So, which I don't mind doing. So, I do that in festivals. I go with someone, then I'll have a mooch around for half an hour, do my own sort of thing. Because I'm used to doing that all the time when I go out and do stuff. It's just me. So I do like that kind of independent having a beer sometimes as well. I only feel like a little bit, but that's just me. No cards for Raggy. Well, she knows you're doing it though. You're going to try not to get too drunk too quick. I mean, you can do the higher beers, but then you just have a higher beer and then have a lower beer, lager, chill out, have another higher beer, like that, like waves, and you'll be all right. Have a palate cleanser of like a nice Pilsner or Helles or something. As you say, job's a good one. So, got to run again. No worries, Jackman. Raggy, get my words out. Yeah, take care. So check his channel out. 3 p.m. tomorrow. He's been doing like little shorts, not on the spirits, but you know what I mean. Videos kind of advertised. He has got a link for it somewhere. The actual page he posted like 2 or 3 days ago. I'll probably be doing something tomorrow evening, but I don't know what time yet as well. So if I'm going out tonight at the Tap Takeover, and then I'm going to the brewery tomorrow, sort of late morning, afternoon sort of period. I've got someone to pick up Little from school, and then I'll come back probably about 4-ish. Well, we'll see. Then I'll come back. So I'm gonna have had a few already. So, and then I'll probably spend a few hours with Little before she goes to sleep and that sort of thing. And then I'll do something after, maybe if I don't fall asleep. That's why I'm not going to schedule it for tomorrow. But there's a high chance I'll be doing something, even if it's just for a little while. There'll be quite a few beers in at that point. So I've got this roll here. I'm not even hungry now. I've had a couple of bites. I'm like, nah. Not been eating loads lately. Saving my calories for beer, I guess. Not like bothered about calories, of course. But yeah. Yeah, so no beer yet. Plenty of beers later. I'd like to do like some streams, but it's pretty difficult, isn't it? Not everyone wants to be on video, which is fine. So you got to be a bit kind of careful. There won't be any music on upstairs either. Nah. So I was just thinking about it then. I'm like, nah. So Raggy's gone back to work, which is fair dues. There might be. You won't get a card. Yeah, Sammy, you still there? You still? What do you think of it? Normally they've got a countdown date underneath as well. They're pretty good with that sort of thing. I'd be quite interested to see what's the age on it. And again, well, we know the parties when that was, but yeah, as that's a core range beer, they do batches of it all the time. So it'd be quite interesting just to know how old are the other cans as well, sort of thing. Would be quite interesting. Yeah, have to let us know. Been really addicted to a game recently as well. Been playing the Long Dark on my daughter's Switch. So when she's not using it or asleep, then I'll go on that, or at school, then I'll go on that sort of thing, and yeah, it's pretty good. I've really got into it lately. It's a good survival game. I'd like to stream. I'd like to do a stream of it, sort of thing as well. I'd like to do a gaming sort of thing, but I haven't really got the setup at the moment for it, and I don't know how some of these people stream it. And I need to have better camera and stuff. Two of my mates were Leeds fans, so went to the bar, to a bar to watch. Oh yeah, what a winner as well! Blimey, Rafinha. As soon as he hit it, he knew he'd scored. He was off running already. He knew he'd scored, and it was just like, that's the way to stay up. But and Burnley, well, do you know what? I kind of thought it was a stupid mistake getting rid of Sean Dyche. So for me, they got what they deserved. I feel sorry for the fans in that, but more the board. Yeah, they got what they deserved there. They should have stuck with him, or at least stick with him. If you go down with him, then fine. But they got rid of him, which they shouldn't have done, and he's kept them in the league. They've been overachieving for years. Give him a chance to get out of it, or if you go down, okay, then let him go. But there is that as well. And ridiculously, we got into the Europa League, which is like how we finished sixth. I don't know. So Brighton done us a favour there. Otherwise, we would have been in the Conference League or whatever it was, the one Mourinho won last night, of course. So that was a fairly good game. So what we got else coming up? So Saturday night we've got the Champions League final, and then is it Sunday is the Championship playoff final? I want Forest to win. Not bothered about the European game, whatever. Every time they kept with Dyche, they stayed up. I think they panicked. They panicked too early. They had lots of games where I reckon if he was there, you would have got more points. I think they would have stayed up, personally. I know it's all if, ands, and buts and maybes or whatever. Or maybe not, but yeah. The Champions League final is the playoff final is going to be on Sky. That won't be on YouTube. I don't think so. Anyway, I might be wrong. I'm just going to get a haircut. I definitely need a shave. But yeah, it serves the board right. That's going to cost them a bit of money. So it'd be quite interesting to see how because you can't always just bounce back, before the parachute payments end and all that sort of thing. But yeah, I wouldn't want to call Forest against Huddersfield. Forget about the league table. I do personally think that Forest should have, the way they were playing, they should have got automatic promotion. I think. I thought that second was that it was in their hands for a few times. They could have got second. They had a couple of draws there at the end that just Bournemouth were quite fortunate, although they've been there all season. It's all European finals, yeah. Yeah, I thought so. But yeah, so Sam's saying about the this track is very similar to our Range Brewing here in Australia. I thought that with others too. I can see why they've worked together in the past. Didn't know they had, to be honest with you. We need to get rid of a few. Dragman, we need to get rid of a few. I mean, fortunately, there's a few out of contract, retiring or whatever. So, thank you, goodbye. There's a few we need to get rid of. McFred in midfield, they got to go. I'll get rid of Maguire. And I'd even get rid of someone like Rashford as well. There's something going on with Rashford. I think politics and stuff. I don't know what's going on there. And Fernandez, I'm like, he needs to buck his ideas up. Stop whinging like a whinge bag at referees and stuff. Do your game like you were the first year. I don't know what's going on with Martial. He was out on loan. He's coming back. Are they going to sell him? Would Sevilla want to buy him? I don't know. Is the end of his contract? I don't think it is. I think he's got another year left, so they could sell him to Sevilla. We're not really well. Have we missed him? Not really. I don't know. Negative possession, yeah. Doing impersonations of my dad now. Can't watch him. Can't watch football with him. Just does my nutting. Can't do it. Yeah, he's been bad for 18 months. Maybe a bit longer. Really, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. There's too many injury-prone players as well. Way too many. What's going on? Why have we got so many injuries every year? Something not right. Don't buy injury-prone players. This is what Liverpool do. They look at their track record. How often do they get injured? Have they got an underlying health injury issue? They just don't buy. I mean, they've had a few injuries last season. That was just crazy amount of injuries there. But they weren't long term. They weren't. There's no history there. And they come back this year. They've had hardly any injuries, so they know what they're doing. And we need something like that. Don't buy players towards the end of their careers. I don't know why they do that. It's not long term kind of thinking, is it? Really. Yeah, my dad says it all the time. It's every game. They need well get all the shit out. That's what I think. That's what the club are doing the last few days. There's loads of shit been coming out. It's like, right, get all the shit out, which is a good thing, I think. Find out what these cliques are in the group. Apparently, the dressing room is shocking. They need to sort all that shit out, get it out in the open, get rid of it, break these cliques up, get rid of these cliques. Don't be a bunch of crybabies because you're not starting the game and all this bollocks. Sort that out. You're playing for a big club. The ego's ridiculous. They're not that good, apart from a couple, 2 or 3 players. Obviously, Ronaldo, De Gea, and Sancho. They're the 3 that stood out for me this season. The rest have been crap. Simple as that. They've been crap. So, and Varane, but then he's had injuries. Again, that's what I'm saying about injuries again. Great player, but he's injury prone. Played 40% of his games this season. Why did Real Madrid get rid of him? You never know. You do a bit of research first. Anyway, enough about football. Where do we get to? So I'm glad you're enjoying that trap beer, which is cool. It's good to actually get and try some of our stuff like that. Maybe they weren't too expensive. What was the date of the can as well, Sam? When was it? It's got a canned on date normally underneath the can. Every player when they get to us goes crap. They get infected. It's like an infection. I don't know what it is. I partly blame Solskjaer, to be honest with you. Rangnick's had a tough job to do, sorting shit out. So I don't all the press and that going in on him, which is ridiculous. Former players, it really annoys me. Former players and the media going in on Rangnick when it's not his fault. It's Solskjaer's fault. It's just. But the former players won't go in on because they're his mate. They won't call it out. They're so biased. Like the English press, they'll go in on like Ronaldo. Oh, he doesn't track back. Duh. He's never tracked back. Never ever is he tracked back. Even when he was younger, he never tracked back. They're trying to put it all on Ronaldo or Pogba. We don't track back. He is a bit of that, but he's too injury prone. But they never have a go at Maguire because he's English. They won't have a go at Lingard because he's English. They won't call them out. They just won't call them out. It's ridiculous. Anyway, getting wound up now. It's only got a best before date, which is August. So, okay. There's a bit of age on it then. I don't know how long maybe 6 months. So, yeah. We're now May, June, July, August. So, yeah, maybe March it was canned. I don't know. Maybe it might be longer than that. I don't know. It's all right though. It's in date, which is the main sort of thing. Spend £10 at McDonald's and get £3 off nice lunch for £7. Okay. Yeah, I haven't had a McDonald's for a couple of weeks. Because I've been like handbraking the old money situation and stuff. Days. So yeah. Really not hungry at all. Shut up. I know. I'm part of a thing going on Twitter at the moment. Not the beer thing. There was someone posted a photograph of something, a falcon this morning. I said that don't look right to me. I knew what it was straight away. I was like, that don't look right to me. It turns out it's like mega rare, but I'm a bit rusty with it all. So yeah. Now yeah, everyone's like, oh yeah, it's one of them. Anyway, and we got here. It's still tasty, so that's all that matters. Yeah, it's good. They're keeping a can. They've the chill chain and things. It's a lot of these things. All this drink fresh bollocks. It's like, of course, they want you to drink it fresh because then you drink it and then you can go back to them and get some more. There's a bit of that, I reckon, which is fair enough. But drink fresh, but then we'll give it a 10-month shelf life. It's like, well, it just contradicts me. If we give it Cloudwater used to give their beers like a 3-month shelf life back when they were doing bottles. Remember them clearly. Really short shelf life, like crazy short. But then they didn't produce as much stuff when they had bottles. You could keep up with it all back then. And then as soon as they started canning, done. And producing stuff all the time. When I was a real big fanboy of Cloudwater back in the day. The V's, when I had the first one of the V series, what was that, 2015, early 2016 sort of time. And they were bringing every sort of 2 or 3 months they were bringing out another V series, and they brought out a couple of double series at the same time. Then they went up to 13, and then they started canning. That was 2017, mid 2017 sort of period. And then it just went crazy. Couldn't keep up with them. But we got going on there. Pardon me. So people talking to each other, which is cool. As I said, good distribution on the bottle shops, selling them are top notch, very reputable, and don't accept and sell anything not right. Yeah, that's good. Wow, you're getting them sort of breweries in caliber of breweries then. So Steve wants to do some collabs with people in the future, so that's cool. How you doing, Peter? You all right, mate? Hope you're keeping well. More pleasantries and stuff. Chatting. Oi. Good afternoon, Jack. Hope you're keeping well and family's all good and stuff. Such a pleasant way of saying things, which is good. Backwards, forwards, blah, blah, blah. I'll go hear it again next for my old mate Jagman. So there we go. People saying hello to each other again. Hi, Jagman, blah, blah, blah. So there we go. People saying hello to each other. So saves time as well. It keeps it, So I don't put the things up on the screen much these days. It's just like you can say it quicker than, But yeah. debating whether to have these or not. Shall I have them? I didn't even eat that. I had about 2 mouthfuls of it. I'm like, done. I'm full up. Pretty boring when it comes to food. It's like, I mean, we're really hungry, eat loads or nothing. A coffee, I'm full up. Done. It's weird how that sort of stuff works. Go-to beer. I haven't really got a go-to beer at the pub, to be honest, because there's always something different on. When I go to my locals, which ain't very often. I've been really cutting it down the last sort of month. For a while, when I go to the Ravensgate, I used to have Paul Liner. Was it Hellas? Hellas, yeah. Paul Liner Hellas. The yellow bottle. Is it Hellas or a Pilsner? I think it's a Hellas. I used to have that. Between beers, I have a half or sometimes a pint if it's really hot or something. So I kind of had a go-to there for a little bit on and off. Now they've changed it. Their regular lager now is Utopian pills, the standard, not the unfiltered. So that I haven't had that yet. So that I'll probably have a pint of that later tonight. Between beers, again, palate cleansing. Beer on the side kind of deal. Yeah, but I haven't really got a go-to beer as such anymore. Used to, but not so much these days. Is this just lunch or liquid? No, it's just lunch. I've got to go and pick my daughter up, and I'm out later as well. So going to a pressure drop tap takeover and tasting. So I know the girl is coming down. Well, she's not coming down from London. She actually lives locally now. So, and I've a couple of our friends that are coming across from the the Little Swift to one or two there, and the regulars that go to every tasting and stuff. Good, really good friends. One of my really good friends is now the manager of the Ravensgate, which the way it worked out after the really lovely couple of Imogen and Roger. They moved back to Western Canada, which is a real shame. Lovely people though. Beer Griller profits will be down. I ain't been there for 2 weeks. I'm sure. You go back there and it'll be shut down. It's your fault. Joking. Sam says, Peter, I can hear you starting. I hear you starting a swimmers club by the name of it. I don't know what that's all about. I never really asked him. I think he's just smokers, isn't it? Cigars. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's weird not having a drink. I might go and put the kettle on and have another coffee. So, if you don't mind me going and get a coffee or just to hang around, I've got a good half hour or so, 3/4 of an hour yet before I have to sort myself out and go and get Little and check on my mum, make sure she's all right, take her lunch dishes down. So yeah, today's my caring day. I've got about 2 or 3 a week. So yeah, so bear with me. Give me about 5 minutes, and I'll put the kettle on, have another coffee. Yeah, cheers, Steve. Back in a minute. I won't shut anything off or anything, so I will be back shortly. Oh, yeah. Not COVID, by the way. Oh. Right. We dropped a few people there. What I knew we would. Right. Oh, got all cloudy again. Weird, but I know there's rain up north, northwest, northern England, sort of. But yeah. What got going on here? Cigars, leather-bound books, Chesterfield lounges. Good afternoon. I'm used to saying evening. Good afternoon, craft beer specialist. How's you? Hope you're keeping well. Nearly through the week. Well, kind of. Depends on your shift work, I guess. Steve's apologising. I am quickly nipping to McDonald's. If you're not here when I get back, have a good one and might see you over the weekend. Yeah, he's probably gone now. Tomorrow night, but I don't know what time yet. It could be a late-ish thing. See you now when I go to the brewery tomorrow. See how it goes. Yeah, Jack wants a Big Mac. You'll send it down. Express delivery. You'll get it cold still. So Sam says cheers to Steve. So got a bottle of water as well. I'll try and get my hydration levels up during the week of not drinking much beer. But then I drink coffee, which don't help either. So there you go. Coffee and beer are not good for hydration. What am I smelling coffee for? It's coffee. Weirdo. So yeah, weird, isn't it? How I was just about to go and get coffee, and then there's a rush of people. Oh, he's gone. Well, I'll go again then. It's funny. Yeah, I'm gonna have this. I'll have this. Don't really want it. Sparrows are feeding young. Yeah. Trouble is, there's loads of cats around here. A lot of them are going to get catted. Bloody things. So, actually doing quite well locally. About 5 years ago, for about 5 years, numbers really dropped. I don't know what had happened. Something had happened. I couldn't understand why. I don't know if they had like a disease or something. Something wiped them out. There was only like a handful. Now they're everywhere. There's loads again, which is good. Anyway, me waffling. Who's live tonight? Don't know. I'm going out tonight, so no idea. Probably you, Steve. You are. And it's not a guess. I don't know. I reckon you are, Steve. But seriously, I reckon you are. Thursday night? Yeah, I don't know anyone else. Normally, my good friend Rod J does a live Toss It Back Thursday beer. But it's like 1:45 in the morning it starts, so it's quite late. I used to watch it quite regularly, live as well, back in the day. But now I'm like, nah, need sleep now. You will be. But seriously, I don't actually know. To be honest with you, I'll be live tomorrow night, but I don't know what time. Probably be quite late. So I'm not going to put a time on it or schedule it, if you like. Yeah, 1:45, 1:45 in the morning, which is like 8:45, sort of East Coast. So normally him and Todd, and Todd's wife. Normally, but whether they're on tonight, I don't know. Some weeks he's busy or whatever. And I don't know. You have to check. But yeah, good friend is Rod. We don't talk as much these days, but yeah, he did come on one of my things about 3 weeks ago, which is good. Nice to touch base and all that sort of thing. A lot of the Americans I used to go on their lives back like how long ago? Probably about 3 or 4 years ago. I used to do my own stuff. Then I used to finish mine, go on to theirs. That one finished, and I'll go to another one. Yeah, I used to be crazy. Some of them. But yeah. We've got a few more bits here. It's me waffling on and daydreaming into the gardens. Yeah, Mr. Oh, you've made me jump out. My normally does not. He doesn't. I thought he. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, Thursday nights he does one. Yeah, Florida time, East Coast. Yeah, that's normally about what 11ish UK time. It's quite early for him, of course. Um, Yeah, they can get a bit. If it's a time, but even with me when I could watch, I was kind of like, or my little one's in London for the week, and I come back, which I'm probably going to be in London the duration when I don't really want to be. It's also train fares and stuff. I mean, I could do, I don't know, but it's her birthday and stuff, which obviously I'll be there for. I don't know. I'm talking to myself here. Don't worry about me. So yeah, Sam's right. Miscellaneous does a. I can't remember what the name of the actual his live stream is. He normally does it like he has 4 beers or something, cracks them open and stuff. So check him out. I did try and it was too late. Yeah, it does. Um, you going to any craft beer pubs in London when you again I'm being trying to be a bit careful with money and stuff at the moment. Generally, I do just randomly. I'll just go there because I say I'm in London every sort of 3 weeks or so. There's a few I want to get to at some point, but I'm not. It's more relaxed for me because I've got to go anyway. So take my daughter up there to see the mother-in-law, her auntie, and then the extended family as well. So which is my former partner's family. So keep them sweet as well. But also make sure Litland's seeing her friends. So that's what we're doing this weekend. And we go up on Monday because off next week. It's their last day at school tomorrow. So once that's out of the way, then I can do some stuff with her, sort of sort of birthday sort of thing with some of her friends. That's the idea. Fingers crossed on weather and other plans people have got. And I was going to do a party for her, but there was a place up the road called Under One Roof. But it was just like 300 odd quid. I was like, for 2 hours, it's like, this is not. I'd rather spend that on presents for her rather than, all that. She'd appreciate it more. So I might take her actually up there anyway. And a couple of her friends, and if pay for them and just for a couple of hours and do that. Get them some like burger and chips or something, and then she'll be happy with that. Or wait and then go to McDonald's and have McDonald's with her or whatever. You know what I mean? It's not me being tight. It's me not being because they rip the arse out of it. Some of these places because they play on you sort of thing. Oh, my daughter, you got to have this. No, you don't. You're just taking the piss. So for what it is, it's like you can do that anyway without all the fancy sort of thing. So, so that went from you going to any craft beer pubs in London to that. Sorry about that, Steve, but yeah, I might escape an afternoon somewhere. My debit card's linked to TFL website anyway, so I can just and then that way you I think you're limited for the day. There's like a cap on spending. It's like £6 per day, which is better than the Oyster card, which will just take any time you use it. So, but if you're going to London, I'll recommend going on TFL website, link your debit card, and you can save yourself a few quid on Transport for London, which is tubes and buses. So I say, I think £6 the cap. It might have increased. I don't know. It might be £8, but even still, if you're going to loads of places and you're getting on bus here, go there, get a bus here, do that, get a tube, do that, you're gonna you'll end up saving a few quid that you could go on booze or whatever or food. So yeah, check that out, TFL. and then just don't lose your card. And stuff. Oh, Peter. It can ruin your day. And and all that. But yeah, so I'll do that. Look at doing that. Or if you've already got an Oyster card, do that then, whatever. But it depends, I guess, how often you go to London. That's another thing. Right. Okay. All right then. Just you don't go to London often, do you? So have you got an Oyster card though? Blue. I've got one here. If not, get one. You'll need one. You will need that at least. Liam will sort you out. He's London kind of based. Oh, it's not here. It's a blue card. You'd have to get one as soon as you get there. I assume Liam's meeting you. Yeah, he'll sort you. He might even have a spare one. I mean, I've got about 3 or 4, but I don't use them anymore. Well, if I meet you there, you say, I have that, and then all you got to do, you go to the machine. It's all like touchscreen. It's nothing to worry about. You put you like there's a big yellow kind of thing. You just put the card on it, and it comes up, and it tells you how much is on there. That kind of thing. What the fuck's that noise? Anyway, and then you put your money in a note. Normally, it's just quicker. Throw a tenner in or whatever, and then you scan the card again. And it goes onto the card straight away, and it's just done. Meeting at Croydon, then going from there. Croydon. Do you get into when you get to London from where you're at? You come in at Waterloo, don't you? Is it Waterloo? London Waterloo. I think you come from that way. Is it Waterloo? Can't remember now. You need to get one there before you can go anywhere. Going to East Croydon. Oh, it must be that line, but before you get to. Oh well, don't worry. You just get through. Keep your card. Don't throw it away on the train because you'll need it to get through the barrier. Don't throw it in the bin once the guard's gone past because you're going to need it to get through the barrier. You put it in and it comes up the top end. Oh yeah, stop for Lewis. Yeah, it then stops at London Victoria. Your London Victoria is where it ends. Oh, it's that way. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah. Yeah, I get you. For some reason, I thought you was coming from. Don't worry about me. I thought you was coming from further west. Of course, it's Victoria, not Morris, Brighton. But yeah. So once you get through, it'd be fine. There's a nice place in Croydon actually, Art and Craft. I think it's called. I think it's Rasco's, one of Rasco's locals. So that's worth, depending on your time and stuff, what you want to do. Because you're getting into London. I'm getting confused now about what. So next week, you're only going for the day though, aren't you? Yeah, I know you know a girl from Croydon, Jagman. You've been to McDonald's already? Fast food there. You have to give them my details if you're not around. Yeah, so I think you said you was going for the day, Steve. Is that right? On the following Saturday, so you won't have much time then. It might be somewhere to, because I reckon when you go back, it'll be easier for you to get the train from Victoria. Saves you mucking around. Because Croydon is a bit far out, South London. Unless you've got like a day return from Croydon. I don't know. I think I remember you saying you was only going for the day. You wasn't like spending the night or anything. I can't remember. But I know you're coming. Is it the Friday night London Craft Beer Festival? Or is it a couple of nights? Or just the Saturday night you're staying? Or I can't remember. You know, gives you a bit more time. But yeah, so what's the time? 2:30. Right for a little while, yeah. Passes a bit of time. Especially have a bricklayer. He's doing a job across the road, but he's got to finish off doing the chimney and all that sort of thing. And my dad wasn't happy with what he'd done. I was like, "Oh, great! You're not happy with what he did. He's going to come and do it. You're not here. I ain't getting involved. I ain't getting involved." So you haven't paid him yet. I ain't got no money. No, look at me. So, Jackman's very familiar with one of the. Oh, there we go. Someone's cut the fucking grass, so I'll have to shut the window. Baking hot. Oh, for sake. Next door neighbour, of course it is. Fucking shut up. Got rain. I'm joking. Nasty bastard. We actually got really good neighbours, to be honest. It's trouble daytime. Window open. He is very familiar. Wow. With Croydon. I'm not, you know. Yeah. I've only been to Croydon. Oh, there's a great bottle shop in Croydon as well. Can't remember what it's called now. You go in, it's like one of these sort of a shop that's got everything food wise, supermarkets, and you go through out the back, and on the left, they've got like fridges and shelves of like craft beer. It's fucking crazy, and the prices are really damn good as well. So if you wanted to take anything back home with you, which you probably won't want to, or whatever, what your budget is for the day, then you could go in there, pick up some really decent beers. If you're still there these days, I can't remember what it's called now. It's in Croydon. Have I got the receipt here? Probably not. What's this thing here? Oh, fuck hell. Oh, there it is. It's called Freshfields Market. Yeah, Freshfields Market. It's 86 to 88 Church Street, Croydon. It's actually part of Surrey. Was it? I thought it was Greater London. There you go. Didn't even know. Weird. So yeah, Freshfields Market. If you've got any time, I don't know where that is in relation. Liam will know. Freshfields Market, 86 to 88 Church Street, Croydon. Really damn good. Some great craft beer in there. It really is good. You must have heard of this place, Jagman. I know you dip into Croydon now and again. So, it's getting dark out there. Feels like it's going to rain. Let's have a look. Please don't tell me it's going to bloody rain. There's any rain forecast, to be honest. No rain. Just a bit darker. There's rain up Liverpool way, or has been. North Wales, just north of Stoke, north of Derby, north of Lincoln, and then between Lancaster and Durham, that sort of Northern England sort of area. Yeah, you got it. Good. Yeah, but no, it's a really good. Next time you're around down there, Freshfields Market. Let me just show you this. That was last April I went there. Oh, you can't even see it. There we go. Some bizarre reason I've still got the receipt. But yeah, well worth a visit, mate. You got sunburnt. The weather was, you got the weather. The weekend was pretty good, and it went downhill beginning of the week. I think was it Tuesday. We had the thunderstorms. We had some really nice thunderstorms. Most of it missed us. We got a little bit, but it weren't on the Tuesday. We had a little bit. It kind of petered out by the time it got to us. And then it was the following Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. We had some showers. Was it? Not yesterday. Was it yesterday? I got the video. I can't remember when it was. Literally a few days ago. Not good, is it? No, it weren't yesterday. So yeah, Wednesday we had a couple of heavy thunder showers. Really, pretty good. Yeah. So Joey went to Kent State. I've heard of it. I've heard of that university. So yeah. Will an app allow me to go to London? An app allow you to go to London? What do you mean an app? You can get a Transport for London app, and you put in where you want to go, and it will tell you what tube or what bus number to get on, and all that sort of thing to get around. You can't really get. You can get lost in London, but you can't get lost for very long, if that makes sense. The London app. See, I don't. I mean, if you buy your tickets on trainline.com, then you can get them. You can get like a QR code sort of thing, and then you scan that as well. But you don't. Where you put your ticket in, it's not. It's below that. You scan it underneath. You did make that up, yeah. The London app. But no, it's so download the Trainline app, which is like a green coloured sort of app, Trainline on it, funnily enough. And then put your details on. But when you get your ticket, you can buy a ticket on there, but to go and pick your ticket up from the train station, unless you might not need it. I don't know. I've not done that line before, so you'll have to check on that. You'll have to check. You'll have to check. If you don't need your card, you don't need your card. If you're picking up tickets, you'll need the card you pay it on. If you pay for your tickets and it's like a QR code ticket, then you won't need your card. So just bear that in mind. Otherwise, you'll get to the station, and if it's a ticket thing, then you'll need to say you use your wife's card or something because you haven't got one. Then you'll need her card to get your ticket. Otherwise, you won't be able to get your ticket. That's like a confirmation thing. So be warned. But that's all depending on whether it's a contactless ticket or not. But yeah, but bear that in mind as well. I've had years ago. I remember doing all this for the first time. I was like, what's going on? And So yeah, you have to be right. Nice one. As long as you, I don't want you panicking or whatever. You know what I mean? I know what it's like. I mean, you're a bit kind of nervy anyway for travelling and stuff. So I kind of get that sort of thing. Uh, Good morning, Vanessa. How are you doing? Hope you're keeping well. Hope you're having a good week. Joey says in New York there was a bus you could hop on and hop off, went through the whole city. I just used that. London probably has something similar. Kind of, but you have to. You have to pay for it. But it's all you can't go on a bus in London and it's £3.50, please, or not whatever it is, or £2.40, please. It's you don't there's no money kind of change. It's all either an Oyster card or a debit card, and the debit card needs to be linked to the transport to London thing. So, but Liam will sort once you get to London and meet up with Liam, and then you'll be fine. But it's just that little bit before you'll be fine though. People saying hi to each other. Yeah, have a look at that, Steve. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. But you just like be with a card. So Neil said he's just short enough to walk. Yeah, we got our because you've got your metro. Is it your metro you call it over there? It doesn't go. It's not like London. I mean, they've just opened up a new line actually, Crossrail. It's the other day, last week, or earlier in the week. So that's the newest transport line from east to west London. So subway, that's it, metro. Uh, Over here, it's a foot long. So in CLE, we call it rapid. Okay, Cleveland, is that Cleveland, Ohio. CLE. All right, Cleveland Rapids. Okay, that's a football team, isn't it? Or shall I say, American football team? Is it? Don't know. So I'll probably go for another 15 minutes or so, and then I've got to clear off. Well, 2 hours, that works out all right. Yeah, Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah. See? Remembering some shit. Some of them like don't know that state. Don't know that one. Yeah, it's weird. Getting there though. Getting there. I used to really like geography, so basically because I was, especially in the UK, it was like I used to travel everywhere. Being into wildlife, I used to go off. Some rare birds turned up in like I don't know wherever, Cornwall or Northumberland or something. I used to be in a kind of a crowd. We used to share a car and we used to go straight away, drop the hat, right, going to go now. That kind of deal. I used to be really into that. A bit like Storm Chasers kind of deal, but yeah, but with wildlife. So I used to do a lot of that. It'd be quite good doing a vlog of that these days. But obviously, it wouldn't be a beer thing, but another one of my interests. Um, Vanessa used to walk from 161st Street to Wall Street, so I don't know how far that is. I don't know. We took the subway to the Bronx in 2008 to go and see Indians Yankees game. That train had so many rats. Nice. Walking home is great. One screen work, second screen the tube. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I do now and again, but it's just like depends how far it is. And then if your Google Maps don't work, or if you don't know where you are, it's like, oh, this is much easier to get a bus or a tube, really. I smoked right in front of the hotel. No one said anything. No. So I didn't know that. Okay. Vanessa lived in a building right next to the old Yankee Stadium. Oh, cool. D train or 4 train? We're talking about whole of. Okay, several miles. Yeah, I knew it was a street, but I didn't know street to street. Several miles long, I guess. I'd like to go, but I mean, I'm all right with London, but New York, somewhere else, different kind of culture. Kind of got an idea of some of the areas in London that are a bit. And the chair decides. It's been quiet all afternoon now. It decides. The craft beer scene is pretty good there. So yeah. I mean, I'd be a lot on Untapped. What's going on and that sort of thing. Which doesn't, even if you don't check beers on Untapped, it's great for that sort of thing. A lot of people have it just for that, which is pretty cool. Um, huh, not going to get into politics. Um, it's a younger town. It's something you've got to go and see for sure. Some people hate it, but I love New York City. It's a banging town. Uh, it's bigger than my town. I can tell you that. I'm going something closer to home now. The latest West Coast IPA by my favourites, Banks Brewery out of Melbourne. Let's hope it's piney, resinous, citrusiness, and bitter. Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. I like. I don't. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. You're fine then. So buy it, download it, and then put it in your. You got a like a wallet, Steve, on your phone. You can transfer it to your wallet. And then once you've got the QR code, that's it. You don't need. You're good to go. So walking distance 11 miles. Yeah, I'll be getting the bloody. I'll be getting the subway for sure. This chair is starting to piss me off. Been all right all afternoon. Yeah, 11 miles. I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, even back in the day when I was fitter than I am now, I'd be like, oh. It would be fun. I'd like to have a GoPro stuck on my head, kind of thing, and walking along, do like a street walk sort of thing. That'd be quite cool. Um, People saying hello to each other. How you doing, Chadio, mate? Cheers. Just thought I'd come on for a little bit. I say I've got to go in about 10 minutes or so. So you caught kind of the ending. Uh, it'll be on the app, yeah, but you can also transfer it to your if your phone's got like a phone wallet where all these kind of sort of things are. You can transfer it to there, so you got it in two places. Will also be on your email as well. So there's three places you can have your tickets. So people saying hi to each other, Chadio as well. Cheers, mate. Nice to see you chimed in. I'm just starting the day. Yeah, well, I've had lunch I haven't really been eating that much. I've had a couple of bites of a roll that I made earlier. Not hungry, and I haven't even eaten that. That just shows you. I've had half of this chocolate bar, so it's like. So yeah. So yeah, it's always better to have a couple of places to have your electronic ticket. So and also before you order, I don't know. You could probably get a third off your train fare price as well, because unless you've ordered it already, Steve, you can get a disability rail card as well. I would imagine. So, but you'll have to look into that, and that might take a bit of time. But you've got a bit of time to sort that out. You have to go through and all that sort of thing. I just buy like a Network Rail card, which gives me a third off each time I travel, which is like 30 quid for the whole year. But your one will be free. So, I would imagine. I assume you'd qualify for it and stuff. What you got going on here? So people saying hi to Chadio, and we got else here. We got Disco in the chat. Good afternoon, sir. So I'm only on for another 10 minutes or so, and then I've got to go and pick my daughter up from school. But I'll come on for a couple of hours. It just went crazy, the old chat just then. My 3-bedroom apartment in 80s was £400 a month then. Today it costs £4,000 a month and upwards, which is insane. Yeah, so good afternoon, Disco. Cheers, nice one. Yeah, it's good. Oh wow, it's a shame that I'm going to be going in 10 minutes, but thanks for joining, everyone. I appreciate it. It's just like I don't know, different time zones and stuff. It's going to be quite early, or you're just getting over your breakfast and stuff. Please saying hi to each other. Vanessa worked for Pfizer. Oh, okay. They used to have their UK site was just down the road from me up until about 10 years ago. Pfizer's down in a place called Sandwich. We'll actually be going to tomorrow to get picked up by a brewery and taken to their brewery. So that's going to be pretty cool. I might do a bit of filming and stuff. We'll see how shit goes. Oh, the chat's going crazy now. Old Jewish owned brewery synagogue was in the basement. Weird. Yeah, I might have to look into that. I've got a bus pass. Yeah, you'll be definitely eligible then. But it should be like a bus, and you can get one for the train as well. So, yeah, I've got to go in a minute, Vanessa. So I won't hold you up. The paper straws. Oh, they're just rubbish. Paper straw from McDonald's. No point. They just crumple all up, and it's like, and then you're trying to. This sound looks wrong. You're trying to get your, especially if you've got a milkshake. Don't bother. Rubbish. You may as well just take the top off and have a spoon. You know, it's just crazy. Kneecap level. Mine's just a little bit higher than that out there. It's probably sort of 3/4 leg. It's crazy. Fines? Really? It's your garden, your land, surely. Oh, it's great for wildlife and stuff. But the people can't handle stuff being kind of overgrown these days. It's all, we've got to fucking mow it down. Got to fucking spray it with chemicals. You know, it's like, I wonder the wildlife's going down the fucking pan. Crazy. The paper straws are just, what's the point? Unless you get one of you can buy these like metal ones. So you just, hot water through it. Do that. They're pretty good. Fat silicone straws for smoothies, yeah. Anything like that. But there's no, them paper ones are just, I get the idea, I get it, but they're no good. Life's too short to be obsessed over lawns. I kind of like it. So do the bloody cats, though. That's the trouble. Anyway, 5 minutes and I'll clear off. Yeah, I thought I'd come in for a little bit and I'm out tonight. I'll be doing a live tomorrow, but I don't know what time. So if you're not doing anything, or there could be other streams on, or it's fine. I'm around, but so I'm not sure what time yet. Yeah, I can't really give a time because I'm out tonight. Luton's here with my dad, so and then tomorrow evening I want to be with her until she goes to sleep, and then I'll do something after. So it'll probably be around about sort of 10 UK time, which would make it what 5 o'clock East Coast, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock East Coast, 4 o'clock Central sort of ish. So which is early, I know, but then we'll go for a few hours. I might not though, but it will, that's my plan. They've ended up having a few beers at the brewery and then get home and I'll put Little to bed, and then there's been many a time I've fallen asleep. So, but that's the idea. Well, good to see you. Yeah, cheers, Jake, man. Yeah, we'll do Pressure Drop. So it's going to be Pressure Drop Brewing, not the American one, because I know there's a similar one in the brewery name in America. Yeah, the one in North London, Tottenham. So yeah, they're going to be down, so it's going to be good. Hopefully they bring some of their new stuff. That'll be really good. So yeah. So yeah, hope you've all had having a good day so far, or having a good day, or whatever, wherever you're at. So cheers for everyone who's kind of joined. Appreciate it as always. I might not do one of these next week, so I'll probably be not here, but maybe in a couple of weeks I'll do one on a Thursday. Thursday suits me better. Just a little chinwag catch up. Going to be doing some filming tomorrow. It might be a vlog coming at Time and Tide Brewing. I'll say Tap Takeover tonight, maybe a stream Friday, late Friday, and then busy weekendish. Maybe an afternoon stream, evening stream on Sunday. We'll see. And then I'm up to London on Monday. So anyway, you'll take care. Cheers for chiming in with the chat. And yeah, I hope it's helped. I mean, I hope it makes sense, Steve. It's difficult, doing it like this. It's, do you know what I mean? But the train line, but yeah, make sure you're eligible. See if you're eligible for that discount first before you buy and stuff. I don't know how that works. I've obviously never done it, but yeah, you get a bit of money off. It's fair, isn't it? Get anything to get a bit of money off these days. So yeah. Anyway, you'll take care. No worries, and I'll speak to you all soon. Hopefully tomorrow evening. Take care. Cheers.